These players facing the biggest games of their careers. 18-year-old Wayne Rooney, now a Manchester United player, but an automatic choice for England. And very shortly now, there's going to be an almighty roar around this stadium as the teams emerge from the tunnel. It's England against Wales.
Old Trafford, this is the 30th Dreams of 2006.
England joint top of Group 6. Wales, after 2 draws in their opening game, have some ground to make up here. The result against England would be beyond their wildest expectations. But it's a dream many player in red holds for the next 90 minutes. The Welsh Dragon is proudly held aloft by many a Welsh fan down at the right-hand end of the stadium. Sven-Göran Eriksson, who proved his critics wrong after England went to Poland and won after their disappointing draw against Austria. Jason Kumas, who only learnt he was playing in the last 20 minutes when Andy Melville pulled out with a hamstring strain. It means there's going to be a slight jigging around of the Welsh team, hardly the sort of preparations they would desire leading into this high-profile game. Kelly Holmes, the double gold medal winner from Athens, is the chief guest here, along with the chairman of the FA, Jeff Thompson, the chairman of the FA International Committee, Noel White, the Vice President of the FA of Wales, Peter Rees, and the Secretary General of the FA of Wales, David Collins. Our match officials come from Norway. Could be a very busy afternoon indeed for the Norwegian referee. This will be more like an English Premiership game than an international fixture. It'll be played at breakneck speed. Both teams will squeeze the accelerator until the speedometer registers football of 100 miles an hour. What's going through the mind of Sven-Göran Eriksson now? Defeat would see him pilloried in the press tomorrow. We break now for the national anthems of the 2 countries. Russell Watson sings the English national anthem. First the Welsh national anthem. thunderous roar rings around Old Trafford. The perfect stage for Sven-Göran Eriksson's England. England lost their last international here at Old Trafford. Denmark beat them a year ago by 3-2. So let's check on the two lineups for today's game, starting with England. England are at virtual full strength for this all-British World Cup qualifier. The only absentee is Liverpool's Steven Gerrard, who has a cracked bone in his foot. But England are boosted by the return of Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell to their central defence. Ferdinand returns after suspension, Campbell after injury. Sven-Göran Eriksson takes a bold step in his tactics. He's deployed 3 strikers. Wayne Rooney will operate just behind Real Madrid's Michael Owen and Jermaine Defoe, with Owen unable to win a regular place in the Real Madrid team. The England coach has resisted many calls for Owen to be omitted from this 11. Wales without suspended Robbie Savage, while Andy Johnson and Gareth Taylor have succumbed to injuries. In their absence, Mark Hughes has recalled Mark Pembridge of Fulham. He'll sit just in front of the Welsh defence, which has lost Andy Melville in the last half an hour. He was injured in the warm-up, and his place goes to Jason Kumas. But Pembridge will keep an eye on Wayne Rooney. The pair played together at Everton. Celtic's John Hartson will be a lone striker, supported by a 4-man midfield, which includes Ryan Giggs, who returns after suspension. There follows a period of silence in memory of the British hostage, Ken Bigley, who died in Iraq this week. Wales are currently in 4th place in Group 6 after drawing their opening 2 games, away to Azerbaijan and home to Northern Ireland. They can't afford to slip up once again in this, the final week of Mark Hughes' tenure as manager of Wales. After a 20-year wait, England and Wales meet in a senior football international. The period of waiting is over. This is the time. England kick off against Wales in this crucial World Cup qualifier. Wales were unbeaten in 7 internationals in 2004. Their last defeat was against Russia in the Euro 2004 playoff. They were 2 goals down against Northern Ireland in their last international inside 20 minutes. And the hope for Wales is they don't collapse again, especially having to make this late change with Jason Kumas drafted into the side at the 11th hour. Hartson flicks the ball on here. Gabinon gets it clear. Bellamy tried to win it. Michael Owen trying to twist and turn into space here for England. And Owen committed the foul on Mark Delaney. Free kick to Wales. And Delaney and Owen exchange 1 or 2 sharp words. Michael Owen has a lot to prove that he is worthy of place in the England team, whilst being unable to win a place in the Real Madrid starting 11. Steve McLaren and Sven-Göran Eriksson. Robinson slipped as he fired that ball forward, or rather Jones slipped. And it's Owen here for England. Michael Owen, great turn by Michael Owen. Tried to spin the ball forward. Breaks here for Lampard. Lampard's cross, and Jones watches that ball disappear over his crossbar. So many column inches have been taken up in the English press about Michael Owen and his lack of form at the moment, but he averages a goal every other game for England. And he looked light and lively here as he tried to slalom his way through to the Welsh goal. Hartson tries to get away from Sol Campbell, and then David Beckham tried to win the ball. And it's Thatcher now for Wales. Toss forward towards Paul Robinson in the England goal. There's John Hartson. And it's all about playing against Rio Ferdinand. The pair were at West Ham United together. And there's Ryan Giggs. Of course, plays his football here for Manchester United. So does the man in possession here, Rio Ferdinand. Ferdinand returning to the England team after an 8-month suspension after failing to take a drugs test. Gavidon got the ball out. Wales have had to put Simon Davis in at right back. That's how they've reshaped after losing Andy Melville in the warm-up. Mark Delaney switches to central defence and plays alongside Gavidon. And here's Butt, help forward towards Michael Owen. Lampard, 1-0 England! What a fantastic start! And it's Frank Lampard who scores for England again. It's 6 goals now in his last 9 games for England. Ferdinand set up Nicky Butt. Owen helped it back, and Lampard's low drive took a deflection, I think, off the instep of Delaney. Lampard will claim it. England couldn't have wished for a better start. The goal comes just after 3 minutes, and the delight is evident. England 1, Wales 0. Well, you fear now for the Welsh because they are on the back foot. And here's the goal scorer, Frank Lampard. The irony is that Frank Lampard has only scored 1 goal for his club Chelsea this season, and that was from the penalty spot. Beckham to take the free kick here for England. Terrific free kick, and Lampard's in there again. It's beaten away by Jones. Well, Paul Jones has had to pick the ball out of his net already in the opening 5 minutes of the game. Are you Scotland in disguise? Is a taunt from the England fans. Very cruel indeed. Here's Ryan Giggs. First chance to run at the English defence. Giggs, a really world-class player. Hartson waits in the middle, and it's Robinson's ball. Robinson launches it downfield, looking for Jermaine Defoe. Breaks here for Davis. Kumas now for Wales. Fired wide towards Giggs. It's a great ball, and Giggs took his eye off the ball. Of all the players in the Welsh team and likely to make an error like that, Ryan Giggs will be top of that list. Gary Neville to take the throw. England have won 4 of their last 6 internationals, including victories against Switzerland and Croatia at the Euro 2004 Championships, Ukraine in a friendly, and Poland. Nicky Butt. Beckham. Rio Ferdinand. Butt. Beckham. Ferdinand. Who brings a languid confidence to that English defence. Never looks hurried at all, Rio Ferdinand on the ball. And England swapping passes now as the Welsh try to regroup after that early setback. Here's Sol Campbell, who last played for England in Lisbon at the Euro 2004 quarter-final. Ferdinand slipped. The pitch, incidentally, was watered in the hour leading up to the kick-off. Thatcher. That's a great ball, and it's Gary Speed now for Wales. Kumas. Kumas getting it wide to Giggs. Pembridge tries to win it, unable to do so. Here's Lampard. Rooney with his first real contribution to the match, tries to send Michael Owen away, unable to do so. Bellamy given a brief to play on the right-hand side of midfield today. Giggs clattered into his colleague and friend Gary Neville, and England have possession back. Cole. Lampard. They found Jermaine Defoe. And certainly England in a very promising position again. It must be very difficult for the Welsh team. They'd set out their stall, they talk about their team plans, and yet they lose Andy Melville in the warm-up and have to regroup and move right back into the centre of the defence. So England press again here. David Beckham standing over the football. Lampard in the middle, so too is Owen. Rooney is posted on the edge of the penalty area. Sol Campbell prominently forward. Rio Ferdinand right at the back of the group. Beckham went for glory. It wasn't a particularly good free kick by Beckham, and easily taken by Paul Jones, the Welsh goalkeeper. Hartson. Oh, he's got the better here of Sol Campbell, but Rio Ferdinand read that one impeccably. Lampard. Gary Neville. So Robinson with the clearance, not a particularly good one in truth. Didn't really give Wayne Rooney much of a chance to get to the ball. Robinson, who was drafted into the team after the 2-2 draw with Austria. There's Mark Hughes, final week in charge of the Welsh national team, but things have gone pretty poorly in the opening few minutes of this game. Of course, Mark Hughes had 13 years here as a Manchester United player. Ben Thatcher. Claims he was obstructed there by David Beckham, but the Norwegian referee waves play on. Gabidon. Pembridge. Kumas just clipped by Rooney, but still picks out Simon Davis. Bellamy. Kumas. Cleared by Gary Neville to Nicky Butt. Another ex-United player returning here. He wasn't guaranteed first-team football at Old Trafford, so moved on to Newcastle. Scored a really good goal last week too. Rooney away from Pembridge's marker. Wayne Rooney. Oh, he clips the outside of the upright. Ball's gone out for the corner, but there was that sense of anticipation when Wayne Rooney got the ball here. Several fans around me stood on their feet as soon as Rooney had it, and he wasn't a million miles away. Just touched round the post there by Paul Jones. And England very much on the front foot here. It's over the head of Ferdinand. Bellamy was fouled by Nicky Butt, his colleague at Newcastle. That's the most interesting aspect to this game. So many club mates playing on opposite sides today. Gabidon. Ben Thatcher. Hartson. Kumas. Davis. Promising move this by the Welsh. That final ball has to be good though. Bellamy. Kumas. Headed clear by Campbell. Cole picks out Rooney, who seems to be enjoying himself again at Old Trafford. Mark Hughes just came out of the dugout area to say something to Mark Pembridge about trying to pick out Wayne Rooney. At the moment, that is not an easy job for Pembridge, and Rooney's just coming deeper and deeper to pick up the ball. It's Ashley Cole. Lampard, out back down the line to Cole. Early ball in the air towards Defoe. It's still Defoe for England! England have an air of menace every time they push forward. And no exception here. Jermaine Defoe, who scored his first England goal in the last international against Poland, pretty close to his second. Sun just beginning to peek through the clouds here at Old Trafford. The Welsh have a free kick, given away by Rio Ferdinand. Ferdinand seems to have come back from suspension an even better player than 8 months ago. Of course, he missed Euro 2004 and how England missed him. Gary Speed and John Hartson amongst the players waiting for this free kick to be delivered accurately. Ben Thatcher to take it, the Manchester City player. Ashley Cole with a positive header. Pembridge. Davis. It's a decent ball in. Flicked on there by Giggs. Nobody spotted Ryan Giggs run into the England penalty area. Campbell. Ashley Cole of Arsenal. Wayne Rooney. Tries to pick out Michael Owen, cut out by Gabidon, given away to Defoe. And Beckham arriving here. Owen's on the far post. And Beckham killed it into the near post, where Paul Jones was rather grateful the ball had been delivered. England the overwhelming favourites to win this fixture. Most of the newspaper reporters and TV commentators thought this would be a very tight game indeed. Maybe just one goal to settle it, if that. Michael Owen was substituted whilst playing for Real Madrid last week in a Spanish league game against Deportivo La Coruña. Didn't have a particularly happy time in that game, criticised in the Spanish press. That early goal really has settled down a few England nerves here at Old Trafford. Giggs. Hart. Speed. Pembridge. Nice ripple of passes here by the Welsh. And it's Simon Davis now for Wales. Hartson holding off the challenge of Sol Campbell. And Ashley Cole releases Defoe. And then Beckham rather almost guilty of giving the ball away. And then he picks out Rooney. Cole. Beckham, the England captain. Touched on by Rooney. There's a menace about England as they pull forward again. Well, did that ball go out? Yeah, the referee's assistant on the far side indicated it had. But Frank Lampard's goal separates the two teams, and England making a dream start to this international. Did take a deflection, didn't it? Which sent the ball spinning wide of Paul Jones. Good touch by Owen to set up the chance nonetheless. A little bit of good fortune there for England. England fans currently singing the national anthem. Delaney. Campbell. Lampard. Butt. Nicky Butt is now taken over from Paul Scholes as the defensive midfield player for England. Paul Scholes having retired from international football. Rooney. Defoe. Lampard, and Rooney's onside. First touch was disappointing. And Daniel Gabidon from Cardiff got the ball to safety. What a big game for Daniel Gabidon. But Rooney, good touch by Rooney. Beckham. Gabidon with a clearance, get out by Gary Neville. First serious tackle we've had in this game. Ryan Giggs. Giggs being attacked by two of his former colleagues, David Beckham and Nicky Butt. Giggs. Hartson. Ball stabbed into the penalty area. The Welsh substitutes warming up here have been told to put on training tops because their red tracksuit tops look very similar to the Welsh kit. Maybe Wales need 14 players at the moment. Being overwhelmed here by England. All that could change though. Delaney cuts out that through ball. Kumas. Throw-in goes England's way. Rooney. Just caught there by Craig Bellamy, but Bellamy apologised. Ferdinand. Nicky Butt. Offside against Michael Owen. Several players suggested this game might be very, very high tempo, but I think that England goal has just slowed things down. England don't need to press the game. They've got that early goal. Hartson flicked on dangerously towards speed, and then Giggs beaten in the air by his pal Gary Neville. Defoe and Rooney and Michael Owen. Owen for England, saved by the legs there of Paul Jones. It was an unorthodox save, but it worked. Kumas. Lampard wins it back, but illegally. Michael Owen close to making it 2-0. Great touch off there by Jermaine Defoe, and then Rooney picked out Owen. Goalkeeper seemed to be going the wrong way. Giggs, Bellamy, Davis. Delaney. Giggs. Lampard. Cut out by Gabidon. Really, it's down to the Welsh now to take this game by the scruff of its neck and try find an equalising goal, something that won't be easy against an English defence garnished by the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell. But a Welsh equaliser could change the flow of this football match. And Hartson could just be the player to provide the Welsh with an equalising goal. Thatcher to take the throw. Headed clear by Gary Neville and then walloped forward by David Beckham. Kumas. Bellamy. Kumas. Speed. Oh, that's great vision by Gary Speed. And Ben Thatcher now with a chance to move into enemy territory. Ferdinand. Michael Owen caught that by Mark Pembridge. Two players who used to ply their trade on Merseyside, Pembridge with Everton, Owen with Liverpool. Jermaine Defoe playing in a three-pronged strike partnership. And here's Defoe. Oh, tackled brilliantly by Pembridge. And here's Kumas. Tries to pick out Ryan Giggs. That's obviously a tactic the Welsh have thought about a good deal over the last few days, trying to get the ball wide to Ryan Giggs. Perfectly executed tackle. Davis. Davis looking for support. There's none really available. And he has Frank Lampard trying to steal the ball from him. Lampard penalised. Lampard in the last 12 months has gone from England hopeful to England regular, and a goal-scoring regular at that. Speed. That is Wales' first serious attempt on goal. Ball flicked on by Hartson. Marking wasn't particularly good there by England. Technique was good there by Gary Speed, who it appears could well be part of the next Welsh management when Mark Hughes officially comes to the end of his tenure on Wednesday after Wales meet Poland in Cardiff. Giggs. Pembridge. Giggs again. I think the referee should have played the advantage, and I think Ryan Giggs is of that mind as well. Wayne Rooney's taken a whack on his foot. He's only just returned from that broken metatarsal. I wonder if there's a bit of concern here about Rooney. Seems to be okay. So what can Wales do here? Thatcher stands over the ball. Hartson will be the inevitable target. Thatcher played wide here towards Giggs. Get out there by Rio Ferdinand. And it's David Beckham. Offside here against Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe playing only his 6th international for England today. Beckham has picked up possession here for England. 3 against 2 in England's favour. Beckham. Owen waits in the middle. It's Rooney. Cut out by Gabinoff. Craig Bellamy. Still Bellamy. And Ashley Cole dispossessed him. Delaney missed that one. Simon Davis. Sol Campbell with a header. Flicked on by Lampard. Thatcher. England are beginning to give away 1 or 2 free kicks now in dangerous positions, and this could be the key to a Welsh revival. Both these countries have World Cup qualifiers in midweek. England go to Baku on Wednesday to play Azerbaijan. Wales, as we've mentioned, playing Poland in Cardiff. Welsh hopes here rest on this free kick. Giggs to take it. Cut out by Campbell. Only as far as Kumas. Gabidon. Away by Rio Ferdinand. Giggs. Rooney. Dispossessed by Speed. Giggs now for Wales. Hartson. Kumas. Speed. Bellamy. Wales have seen a lot of the ball in the last few minutes. Craig Bellamy with a cross in towards Giggs, headed clear by Rio Ferdinand. And a dangerous pass, and England attack again. Lampard. Nicky Butt. Rooney. Lampard, who he tried to find a little gap there, but Gary Speed got the ball out. Butt. Cole. Nicky Butt again, trying to get away from Pembridge, which he's done. Gary Neville joins in the attack. Neville for England. Defoe, and really strong play by Gabidon. Whipped the ball away. Bellamy. He's being booed every time he gets the ball. Kumas tried to get the ball back to Bellamy, who'd made a very good position in the right side of the England penalty area. Kumas just didn't deliver the ball quickly enough. Craig Bellamy, who hails from Cardiff. Used to watch Cardiff City play as a young man. Oh, that's brilliantly done by Rio Ferdinand. Defoe kept the ball alive. So England leading by 1-0. That goal coming after 3 minutes of the game. Lampard the scorer. Owen. Great ball by Lampard. Rooney. England buzzing around that Welsh penalty area. Beckham. Rooney. Rooney for England. Owen for England. The Welsh just about hanging on. Certainly England's attacks carry more menace than those of the Welsh. Rooney really hit that shot. There was a red-shirted player in the way, but he hits the ball so fiercely. It was Delaney who made himself the barrier there for the Welsh. Really bright autumnal afternoon here in Manchester. Going pretty well for Sven-Göran Eriksson. This England team not only lead, but they have had the greater percentage of scoring opportunities as well. Rio Ferdinand. Rooney. Past Kumas. Defoe. Still Defoe. Oh, rather weak effort in truth. Giggs. England so busy to win the ball back here. But they've lost out and Bellamy has it. Speed. Simon Davis now for the Welsh. Bellamy. Hartson, Giggs and Pembridge wait for the cross. Kumas picks out Ben Thatcher, who plays his football across town at the City of Manchester Stadium. Oh dear. Misplaced pass by Jason Kumas. This isn't the sort of game that many people had predicted. Many thought it would be a high-tempo, highly volatile match. But there's hardly been a tackle worthy of the name. And although England have pressed and pressed well, there has been a certain sedateness about England, epitomised by Rio Ferdinand. But Rooney, Rio Ferdinand. England very patient in their build-up here, but picking out Rooney, and Ashley Cole goes scurrying off towards goal. Just the moment the Welsh chasing shadows. Solkamp. Campbell again. Ashley Cole picking out Lampard, and that was a real Welsh rugby tackle there by Craig Bellamy. Bellamy had his arm round the shoulder here of Lampard. Beckham with a free kick here for England. England leading by 1-0. Beckham kills it in, almost picked out the head of Sol Campbell. Nicky Butt in towards Rooney. Beckham away by Gabidon. Robinson. Delaney cuts it out. This is Rooney. Lampard. Been pretty unrelenting England pressure. There has been maybe a half chance. Maybe you'd have to call it a quarter chance for the Welsh. As Lampard presses again. Owen. Beckham. Defoe. Gary Neville. Is this England's second goal here? Gary Neville, away by Delaney. Gary Neville again. Struck his old pal Gary's speed there. There hardly appears to be a cohesion about the Welsh team. Gary Neville really hit that ball well. Never scored for England. This is his 71st appearance for the national team. Delaney. Ashley Cole, Lampard, and Ferdinand, and Campbell, and Butt, and Ashley Cole now for England. Gets away from Bellamy. Michael Owen picks out Beckham. David Beckham for England. And when that ball left his boot, it seemed to arc towards that Welsh goal. And there's a real ooh as the ball just spun wide of its target. Quite some way wide of its target, looking at that slow motion replay. You can see what Beckham was trying to achieve. David Beckham, who's scored 14 times for his country, hasn't scored for a while for England. Mark Hughes, no stranger to Old Trafford, but it's a rather painful return for the Blackburn Rovers manager. At 6.5 minutes to go of this first half. England comfortably on top, but that's hardly reflected in the scoreline. Just a solitary goal to separate the two sides. Ashley Cole. Defoe. Beckham. Rooney. Butt. Gary Neville. Rooney. Still only 18 years old. Quite incredible that such a young, gifted footballer has caught so many people's imagination in the UK. Ferdinand. Beckham. Every England pass now being cheered. Can score on the end of this move, it would be a memorable goal. Gary Neville, headed clear by Gabidon. As far as Manchester United's Ryan Giggs, and he put the ball through the legs of his opponent there. All to no avail, throw into England. A little spell of Welsh pressure which took place about 10 minutes ago seems to have come to an end, and Wales, for most of the current period of the match, have 10 and 11 players behind the ball. Rooney. Wayne Rooney for England. Chip through towards Michael Owen. Possible handball there against Gary Speed, and it was very close to his own penalty area. But lifted wide to Beckham. Rooney didn't really hit that volley sweetly. Kumas. As much as Wales can do at the moment to get outside their own half of the field. It's that sort of game. Rooney always giving the ball away to his club mate Ryan Giggs, and it's Giggs now for Wales. He has speed and support. And there was an off-the-ball collision there involving David Beckham and Gary Speed. And result of all that is a free kick to Wales now. With just more than 3 minutes to go, the opening 45 minutes. It'll be a really good time for the Welsh to find an equaliser now. And they have Speed forward and Hartson forward, Delaney forward here, and Gabidon. Great header there by Gary Speed. Easily Wales' best chance of the first half. Gary Speed, who's stock in trade, is to often pop up inside the penalty area and direct a header in on goal, but it was directed straight at Paul Robinson. Jermaine Defoe now for England. Owen getting it wide here to Beckham. Beckham's cross takes a deflection. Beckham to take the corner for England. Ferdinand has trotted forward. Sol Campbell is prominently forward as well, as is Rooney. And it's an easy catch there for Paul Jones, the Wolverhampton Wanderers goalkeeper. Although Paul Jones has recently lost his first team place at the club. Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell. You may recall it was Sol Campbell who had that goal disallowed against Portugal at the end of the 90 minutes, which caused so much controversy and made Urs Meijer, the referee that day, such a despised figure in the UK. Cole. Sol Campbell. But caught there by Pembridge. Free kick to England. Nicky Butt firing it wide here to Gary Neville. That's a fine ball. Early ball in as well. Gabidon. Can Beckham get there? Dispossessed by his old pal Ryan Giggs. No doubt the two discussing their half-time team talk. I'm sure it'll be more of the same, gentlemen, please. What has been a very good first half for England. Made even better by that early goal scored by Frank Lampard. Robinson. All headed on by Beckham. And the referee sends the two teams to the dressing room. A fine opening 45 minutes for England. Wales have been in disarray for long periods of that first half. And the only goal of that first half scored by Frank Lampard. Although Michael Owen has looked dangerous, to say the least. So the half-time score here at Old Trafford in this World Cup qualifier, England 1. Wales have had to put Simon Davis in at right back. That's how they've reshaped after losing Andy Melville in the warm-up. Mark Delaney switches to central defence and plays alongside Gabidon. And here's Butt, help forward towards Michael Owen. Lampard, 1-0 England! What a fantastic start, and it's Frank Lampard who scores for England again. It's 6 goals now in his last 9 games for England. Ferdinand set up Nicky Butt. Owen helped it back, and Lampard's low drive took a deflection, I think, off the instep of Delaney. Lampard will claim it. England couldn't have wished for a better start. The goal comes just after 3 minutes, and the delight is evident. England have used Old Trafford 4 times for internationals since Wembley was closed down. They've only actually won once here against Liechtenstein, but they're ahead at half-time, and Mark Hughes has some working out to do of how the Welsh can get back into this game. The Welsh restart the game, England leading by a Frank Lampard goal, but Michael Owen apparently is trying to claim the goal, but he got a vital deflection on the shot. Looking again at the slow-motion replays, not exactly convincing for the time being at least. It's Lampard's goal. Can England find another goal here? Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole trying to find half a yard. And it's going to be a goal kick. I understand that there will be an official report put in by the referee at the end of the game to see exactly who's going to claim the England goal, but at the moment it's Frank Lampard's goal. Gary Neville, and here is Lampard. Michael Owen almost got on the end of his through ball there. Craig Bellamy. In their last World Cup campaign, Wales finished next to bottom of Group 5 with Poland, Ukraine, Belarus and Norway all finishing above them. If they were to lose this game, it would be a long way back into contention in Group 6. Countries have to finish in the top 2 positions to either qualify automatically or go into the playoffs. Best 2 runners-up qualify automatically. Kumas, and this is Giggs now for Wales. Kumas, tackled by Gary Neville. Thatcher to take the throw. Pembridge. Kumas. Kumas with a cross in towards Hartson and headed clear by Rio Ferdinand. Cut out here by Lampard, and it's Ashley Cole for England. Rooney's made a run here for England, cut out by Delaney. Almost lost the ball to Rooney then. Thatcher. Delaney. Bellamy. Kumas couldn't get there. Jermaine Defoe of Tottenham trying to slalom his way around Gabidon, and there's an injury here to Daniel Gabidon, the central defender of Wales. Wales have not been lucky with their central defenders this afternoon, losing Melville. I think it was a collision with his own player which caused a damage. Andy Melville injured in the warm-up prior to kick-off. And now Kumas has collided with Gabidon. Appears to be a back injury here for Daniel Gabidon. He actually started his career as a right back. You can see it was the collision with Defoe which caused the damage, and Defoe's knee went into the back of Gabidon. Gabidon rather painfully gets to his feet. More headaches then for Mark Hughes. Played a part in the United team here that won Sir Alex Ferguson's first Premiership title back in 1993. That was Sir Alex Ferguson's first title rather than Manchester United's. Nicky Butt. David back on the field of play. Jones with the clearance. Bellamy. Also foul then from Nicky Butt, and Welsh with another free kick. That's probably been the most positive aspect for the Welsh team, the number of free kicks they've won inside the England half of the field. They haven't always used them particularly well, but they are winning them. Welsh fans belting out the men of Harlech down to the right-hand end of the stadium. Men of Harlech struggling here at Old Trafford. Gary Neville claims he was pushed down. This is Hartson. For all their possession rather, and domination of this game, England just have one goal to show for their efforts. Ryan Giggs now has possession here for the Welsh. Thatcher. Pembridge. One back by Ashley Cole. Lampard cut out. Was aimed towards Ashley Cole. It wasn't a particularly good ball, and fullback couldn't do much with it. Cole, Rooney, Butt, Campbell. Michael Owen trying to get away from his marker, and he's done just that. Owen for England. Oh, this is brilliant! Still Michael Owen. Rooney tries to win it, and if only there'd been a finishing touch to that run there by Michael Owen, it would have been a wonder goal to compare to his goal he scored against Argentina, France '98. A little bit of argy-bargy down in the corner, but this is a great run here by Owen. Very reminiscent of that goal he scored at the World Cup in France. Eventually just barged off the ball by Gabidon. Meanwhile, England have a free kick for a foul on Beckham down by the corner flag. Rio Ferdinand's gone forward. Lampard too, and Campbell all waiting for the cross. Campbell with the header. Giggs. Hartson. Welsh coaching staff urging their team to move into England territory, but they're sitting back, especially after just watching Michael Owen run through their entire team. And here's Jermaine Defoe, and he's appended by Pembridge. Yellow card for Mark Pembridge. No real doubt about this one. But going to Wales. England have been good, but they haven't been outstandingly good. I think the huge majority of the fans would like England to score at least another goal in this second half and show some element of class about their performance, which hasn't always been evident in this game, although they have played particularly well at periods of that first half and have had their chances. And here's Rooney looking for another one. It's Wayne Rooney for England. Rooney tried to spoon the ball in from an impossible angle. What was he trying to do? Lampard's won it back here for England. In towards Jermaine Defoe. Should be the goalkeeper's ball. Oh, Wayne Rooney with an audacious effort on goal. White shirts were arriving inside the penalty area, and he was looking for support. Giggs. All cleared by Thatcher as far as Nicky Butt. Gabidon. Meanwhile, Kumas has been fouled and the Welsh have another free kick. Hartson. Kumas. And Giggs. Aimed in towards Bellamy. It took a deflection. Cut out that through ball. In qualifying for World Cup 2002, England won their group. They finished level on points with Germany, but had a better goal difference. Currently level with Austria in this group. They lead this game 1-0 as Rooney picks out Owen. Owen's cross might come through to Beckham here, who's tempted to shoot and tries to chip the goalkeeper, and it's held well by Paul Jones. Beckham saw Jones off his line. There was a slight gap, and the England captain well and truly went for it. It wasn't easy for Jones. He was off balance. Giggs missed it. Rio Ferdinand for England. It's cut out by Giggs. Lampard picks out Owen. It's Owen against Delaney. And still Michael Owen. Owen and Beckham and Rooney all capable of adding a second goal for England. See where Beckham was trying to place that ball. It was a very good effort by the England captain. Hart. Rio Ferdinand. Simon Davis moving into enemy territory. Welsh hopes rise momentarily here. Hartson got a bit of a buffeting there from Sol Campbell. Speed out, tries to help it back to his goalkeeper. Rio Ferdinand picks out Gary Neville. Neville to Beckham. Foul by Thatcher. Right in front of Mark Hughes, who didn't realise how close he was to that incident. And a substitution coming up here. The Welsh, it's Penridge coming off. Cole Robinson is his replacement. Penridge really a defensive midfield player. Cole Robinson might just be a little bit more attack-minded, unless he's going to slot into the defence. But Lampard, Rio Ferdinand. I think England would wish to kill this game off now with a second goal. Easier said than done. There was a push there, a possible handball by Gary Neville. Thatcher. Aimed in towards Bellamy, but a really good leap there by Rio Ferdinand. And Beckham tries to dispossess Giggs. Ashley Cole now for England. England still leading by that third-minute goal from Frank Lampard. Cole, no, England offside. Lampard has only just seen the flag. Robinson. Craig Bellamy goes down under Nicky Butt's challenge. Two Newcastle United players. Michael Owen still claiming the England goal after 3 minutes, but is credited at the moment to Frank Lampard, who was offside there. Davis with a free kick. In towards Speed, who took the ball away from Hartson. And it's through now to Gary Neville. Rooney. Dispossessed by Craig Bellamy. Thatcher. Rooney wins the throw for England. Just underlined for the German World Cup in 2006, the group winners and two best runners-up qualify for the finals automatically. The remaining 6 runners-up were paired in two-legged playoffs. It's going to be very difficult for the Welsh to end up in one of those top 2 positions if they lose here. And it's Lampard now for England. Delaney. Jason Kumas ran the ball out there. Jason Kumas from West Bromwich Albion. It has been doubtful all week with an ankle injury. England in no great hurry to get on with this game, and Sven-Göran Eriksson could well be drinking champagne at the end of this game. Lampard with a free kick for England. Far too high for Jermaine Defoe. So the last week in office for Mark Hughes, 5 years in charge of the Welsh national team. Really has turned around the fortunes of Wales, made the FA of Wales very much aware of the needs of the players, and made the national team able to run in a very professional manner. Well then, Shaw at the centre of your picture. Hoping to get a run out here. Alongside him, James Collins. Carl Fletcher too, out of those Ripper subs. Just beginning to feel the game is drifting away from the Welsh. They need a spark of imagination or a slice of luck to try and get back into this game. Had some notable successes under Mark Hughes, including a win against Italy in Cardiff. But after failing to qualify for Euro 2004 after losing to Russia after a playoff, the Welsh Dragon has not quite been as fearsome of late. Alan Smith just beginning to warm up for England. And this is Kumas. Bellamy. Robinson with a very high clearance indeed. Hartson of Celtic. Simon Davis now. Speed. Rio Ferdinand just slipped at the vital moment. He's picked out Wayne Rooney. If Smith were to come on, surely it would be either Owen, Defoe or Rooney to come off. Rooney with Smith very much a front man, it would probably be between Defoe and Owen who'd make way. Delaney picked up here by Rooney. Kumas. Taken by Nicky Butt. That really is why Nicky Butt is in this England team. Just to be the lock and key of the England defence, snuffing out any potential danger. Thatcher picks out Craig Bellamy. Giggs and Bellamy. And Bellamy could be through here for Wales. Lucky deflection. Brought the ball into the path of Craig Bellamy. And he rather snatched at the chance. Ball ricocheted rather fortuitously off Kumas. And that really was a very good chance for Bellamy. Wales could have been level. Might be a bit of a warning to England as well. This game is not won yet, not by a long way. We've reached the midway point of this second half. England still lead 1-0. And this is Michael Owen. Ashley Cole arriving in. Well spotted there by Gary Speed. Alan Smith will be coming on very shortly indeed now. Alan Smith of Manchester United. Ashley Cole, meanwhile, has possession now for England. And Owen. And Cole. And Owen. But all the way back to Rio Ferdinand, and safety first for England as Rio helps it back to Paul Robinson. Smith has to just be a little bit patient here. Robinson. Beckham flicks it on to Rooney. It was a good header by David Beckham. Rooney away from Gabidon. Wayne Rooney brings that air of the unexpected to the England team. So Beckham to take the corner. It's over Rooney's head, and Sol Campbell, a very powerful header indeed. Sol Campbell heads off target as England make a change, and it's Tottenham's Jermaine Defoe who comes off. The last thing the Welsh will want to see now is a combative player like Alan Smith brought on with about 21 minutes left. England haven't changed their shape. It's now Smith and Owen, the front two. Wayne Rooney just tucked in behind. Another Manchester United player on then for England. And of course, Butt and Beckham have associations with Manchester United. Smith. Owen. Lampard. Smacked the ball into Davis. And here's Ashley Cole. Trying to pick out Alan Smith. But tried to head it on for England. Picked up by Robinson. It's worth bearing in mind that England are without their key midfield players, Steven Gerrard, but the Welsh without one of theirs, Swabby Savage, currently suspended after his sending off against Northern Ireland in the last game. Bellamy. Bellamy claims he was fouled by Nicky Butt. Thatcher to take the throw. Thatcher with his long throw. Flicked on by Spade, looking for Hartson. They had his boot dangerously high. And the ball has been dispatched into the goal. Really well-struck shot, but it isn't going to count. Bit of Welsh excitement there. Hartson, dangerous play, that's why the free kick was given against John Hartson. You can see his boot was right up against the jaw of Sol Campbell. Marshall to make another substitution as they try and claw an equalising goal. Hartson didn't handle that ball despite English protestations. And here's Simon Davis now for the Welsh. Giggs and Hartson prominently forward. Kumas. Put out by Sol Campbell. Rob Earnshaw now with West Bromwich Albion. There's Sol Campbell, who has had a busy afternoon. Kumas disappears, and one midfield player is replaced by a striker, Rob Earnshaw, who scored on his Welsh debut against Germany a couple of years ago, and was the hero against Northern Ireland when he came off the bench to score a late equaliser. Can he do the same here at Old Trafford? Smith. Beckham. Gary Neville was fouled. Ryan Giggs clattered into David Beckham just before the free kick was awarded. Gary Neville up towards Alan Smith. Lampard. Ashley Cole did well to control the football. And here's Rooney. Rooney gets it in towards Michael Owen. Owen for England. It was terrific vision there by Rooney to pick out Owen. Played the ball round the back of the Welsh defence, but Delaney stood firm. Rooney is forward, so too is Campbell. And the ball is cleared from virtually the goal line there by the Welsh, who struggled to get it clear. Lampard hooks the ball over his head. Away by Robinson. It's Nicky Butt now for England. It's Beckham. Beckham's cross, away by Speed. Lampard. Davis gets it clear. Picked up by Nicky Butt again. And Beckham again. Oh, brilliant! gorgeous strike. And Beckham's love affair with Old Trafford goes on and on. Who can forget that terrific goal he scored here against Greece to rescue England? But this one's probably even better. Quite stunning. It's David Beckham's first goal for a year for England, and it's a very special goal at a very special place. That could well have settled the game. David Beckham scores his 15th international goal, his third goal for England at Old Trafford, after goals against Greece and Sweden. And suddenly English voices are loud and proud inside the Theatre of Dreams. David Beckham and Craig Bellamy just exchanging words. It's all smiles at the moment though. Feels for handball there, as Rooney went chasing that ball into the Welsh penalty area. Gabidon. Oh, he could play himself into trouble here. Jones made a great save. It's gone to Rooney! Oh, how did England escape without scoring a third goal? England going for the jugular now. Free kick to Wales. 3 England players chased down this ball from Gabidon. Ricocheted off Owen. Beckham almost scored, then Rooney almost scored, cleared off his line by Gabidon. Gabidon made an important challenge there, which could have resulted in a third England goal. Smith and Beckham in towards Michael Owen here. Away by Simon Davis. And the path to Germany 2006 looks like a very rocky one now for the Welsh Dragon. Lampard. Lampard tries to win it back. Simon Davis clears. Free kick to the Welsh. Giggs. Thatcher. Beckham tries to get Alan Smith going here. Smith for England. There's Delaney for company. Beckham. Rooney. Oh! That is brilliant. Wayne Rooney. Well, Simon Davis got in the way, but the nonchalance that he rolled the ball away from his teammate Ryan Giggs was incredible. And now Beckham's gone down in a heap after that challenge with Thatcher. And Beckham appears to be hurt. Seemed to take a whack on his hip there. I think he's winded more than anything else. Gary Lewin with a thumbs up, suggesting Beckham's going to be all right. But Beckham's contribution to this football match will be remembered by this moment. Paul Jones would have needed a stepladder to reach that shot. Beckham still pretty winded after that exchange. England still have plenty of work to do in the coming few days. A trip to Baku to play Azerbaijan, but they would be overwhelming favourites to win that game. Rooney, who seems to have emerged from his injury a much better player. And he's leading the Welsh defence, a merry dance. It's one of those Wayne Rooney moments. No! Rooney looks hot to trot. Cries of Rooney, Rooney around the stadium. And that was a very good intervention, I think, again by Gabidon. England threatening to overwhelm the Welsh here as Beckham is back on. Lampard with a corner. Speed heads it clear to Bellamy. Away by Gabidon. Oh, Beckham is retaliated there on Thatcher, and that is a really silly moment for David Beckham. It's a yellow card and I think a suspension. That was really premeditated by David Beckham. And David Beckham now is facing a suspension after picking up a yellow card against Austria and a yellow card here against the Welsh. And he's told the bench that he can't continue. He's hurt his ribs, I think. Simon Davis. Giggs and Hartson. Speed. Oh. Hartson was in a terrific position. Rooney. Rooney for England. A little back heel towards Michael Owen. Owen for England. Drilled straight at Paul Jones. Ryan Giggs. Just hasn't been Giggs' day. Although the Welsh do have a throw-in. Davis. Gabidon emerges with the ball. Beckham can hardly run at the moment. He is going to go off very shortly and be replaced by Owen Hargreaves of Bayern Munich. Sol Campbell with the clearance. And England can make their switch now. And a standing ovation around me for David Beckham. That was the incident which has resulted in Beckham damaging what could be either an arm or a rib. He is going to miss England's next game through suspension. He's just holding his ribs. And he's going straight to the dressing room area to get some treatment here. Replaced by a very competent Owen Hargreaves. As David Beckham walks down towards the dressing room area, every England fan gets to his and her feet to applaud him. 2-0 to England, and there's the man who scored the second goal, David Beckham, disappearing down the tunnel. Rooney. Gabidon. Hart. Last 5 minutes as Gary Speed has possession here for the Welsh. It's going to be a goal kick. Today's attendance 65,000 as England prepare to bring on Ledley King now. And there'll be a little bit of disappointment here because I think England fans were hoping to see Wayne Rooney score one of his special goals. He almost did that, and a standing ovation for Wayne Rooney. Every inch an England international. And he is replaced by Ledley King. Looks like Ledley King is going to play at left back, and that means Ashley Cole will play on the left-hand side of midfield. Giggs. Incidentally, Michael Owen is the England captain now in the absence of David Beckham. Delaney, given away to Ashley Cole, who is not slow in coming forward, and has picked out Owen here, who has Smith available. Alan Smith, Owen Hargreaves and Smith. Oh, it's almost three. Michael Owen with a terrific header, getting on the end of Owen Hargreaves' clever little chip. It was Smith actually who dinked the ball in, and Paul Jones made a very good save indeed to fingertip the ball to safety. Owen Hargreaves then with a corner kick for England. England looking for a third goal before the day's done. Neville. Hargreaves dispossessed by Bellamy. He's now with Nicky Butt. Gary Neville. Lampard. And Shaw. Giggs. Davis. Good run by Simon Davis. Owen. Oh, that's a great ball by Owen. And it's Ashley Cole, the makeshift left-sided midfield player, sensibly making sure England hang on to possession. And England just have to run the clock down here. Been England's day from the 3rd minute of this football match. Four minutes of stoppage time will be played at the end of this match. Robbins. Delaney. Hargreaves trying to pick out Michael Owen. Cole and Owen. Can England find a third goal? They really are pressing forward. Smith. It's hard to remember England bossing a football match as so effectively as they've done in this game. Neville. Hargreaves, Michael Owen, Hartson, Rio Ferdinand tried to win it. Alan Smith does. Smith. England very much with their tails up here. Might it be 20 years since these countries last met in a senior international game. I think the Welsh will probably feel they want to see the likes of England for another 20 years. Well, they're due to meet again, of course, in the return leg in Cardiff. With these World Cup qualifiers. Well, then the Welsh will be under new management. Thatcher. And Hargreaves got in the way. Bellamy. Bellamy for Wales. Earnshaw. Can Wales find at least a consolation goal? Hartson. Remember, Wales were unbeaten with 7 internationals in 2004. Well, that's going to come to an end here. This is Wales' first defeat since they lost to Russia in the Euro 2004 playoffs. Their last away defeat was in Italy just over a year ago, and they were beaten 4-0. Ray Clements, the coaching staff for England. Owen. We're in the final minute of stoppage time now. England about to head to the top of Group 6. Austria play later. But 2 wins and a draw in their opening 3 matches isn't a bad return for England. Sets them on a course for Germany in 2006. Where the Welsh go from here, well, goodness only knows. They have a tough game against the Poles on Wednesday in Cardiff, and then they have a break until February before their next competitive international. Giggs. Hartson was the intended target. Robinson. There's no Welsh fairy tale here in Manchester. England win by 2-0, and in truth it could have been a lot more. England will be very satisfied with this performance, and they took the lead as early as the 3rd minute when they got off to a dream start from the boot of Frank Lampard. It did take a deflection. Was it Delaney, was it Owen? It's hard to tell. But the second goal was pure class by David Beckham, angled into the corner wide of Paul Jones. So England now can think about their trip to Baku to play Azerbaijan on Wednesday. Great performance here by England, and a victory too. England 2, Wales 0.